Greetings from the State Chaplain's Office. My name is Jim Miller, and I am the State Deputy Chaplain for Joint Forces Headquarters. What you are about to receive is a down and dirty, nuts and bolts training on religious accommodation. The full version is a PowerPoint presentation that is roughly an hour in length. The purpose of this video is to provide accurate and timely information regarding the religious accommodation process. And we're going to talk about the foundation, the purpose, and process, especially in light of DoD's mandate to vaccinate the force. The training is divided into three segments: the regulatory foundation for religious accommodations, the purpose of RA, and the process for completing RA requests. We will start from a broad platform of legal support and then narrow our focus to the practical so what of the training. Section 1. Constitutional and Regulatory Foundation for Religious Accommodation. The U.S. Constitution's First Amendment is the bedrock foundation for religious freedom and accommodation. It undergirds all U.S. law and policy to include DoD and U.S. Army policy on religious accommodation. The First Amendment emphatically states, Congress shall make no law respecting the establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. Building on this free exercise clause, Congress adopted the Religious Freedom Restoration Act, or RFRA, in 1993, which adds this salient counsel. The government may substantially burden a person's exercise of religion only if it demonstrates that application of the burden to the person is in furtherance of a compelling governmental interest, and also is the least restrictive means necessary or means of furthering that compelling governmental interest. For more information on that, consult U.S. Code 42, Section 2000 BB. The operative phrases in this code are substantially burden and least restrictive. On October 6, 2017, the Attorney General filed a memo implementing Executive Order 13798 and explains that a governmental action substantially burdens an exercise of religion under RFRA if it bans an aspect of religious observance or practice, compels an act inconsistent with that observance or practice, or substantially burdens or pressures the adherent to modify such observance or practice. That's a mouthful. Under RFRA, the free exercise of religion includes the right to act or abstain from action in accordance with one's religious beliefs. Of particular relevance to the current COVID-19 climate is Army Command Policy, or AR 600-20, paragraphs 5 through 6. The latest edition per this filming is July 24, 2020. This regulation explains the importance of religious freedom when it explains the Army places a high value on the rights of its soldiers to observe tenets of their respective religions or to observe no religion at all, while protecting the civil liberties of its personnel to the greatest extent possible, consistent with its military requirements. It also says requests for religious accommodations from a military policy, practice, or duty that substantially burdens a soldier's exercise of religion may be denied only when the military policy, practice, or duty furthers a compelling government interest and is the least restrictive means of furthering that interest. Section 2. The importance of religious accommodation to the Army. So why is all this important? Because according to Army Techniques publication 1-05.04, it serves the Army in three powerful and fundamental ways. First, it enhances mission accomplishment. Free exercise of religion and religious liberty is essential to and supports the Army's mission of sustaining soldier readiness, builds ethical and moral strength, and sustains motivation to meet present and future challenges. Second, it sustains positive command climates. Free exercise of religion and religious liberty supports the mission-enhancing benefits of positive command climates that encourage respect, tolerance, and ample opportunity for expression or abstention of religion and worship. And third, it fosters respect. Chaplains and religious affairs specialists advise the command at all echelons of leadership, facilitating vigilant respect, support, and awareness of religious freedom of all soldiers to practice or not practice a religion, including the responsible exercise of those freedoms. And finally, Section 3. the process for completing religious accommodations. So leaders, what's your part in all of this? Well, it is the commander's responsibility to approve RA requests or demonstrate how and why disapproval is necessary based on military necessity, and must do so by the least restrictive means. Through the length of your career, you will likely encounter all types of religious accommodation. There are roughly 4,300 religions in the world today, and they all have a broad range of religious convictions and practices. Requests for religious accommodation fall into 5 major categories: worship practices, dietary practices, medical care, including immunizations, wear and appearance of the uniform, and personal appearance and grooming practices. When a soldier requests an accommodation, commanders, unit through General Court Martial Convening Authority, should consider the following when assessing RA requests: military requirements in terms of mission accomplishment, mission readiness, unit cohesion, good order and discipline, health and safety. The religious importance of the accommodation to the requester. The credibility and demeanor of the applicant. The circumstances of the request. The cumulative impact of repeated accommodations of a similar nature. The measurable effect of approving an accommodation to include if it results in the sanctioned discrimination of other soldiers. Alternative means available to meet the requested accommodation. And previous treatment of the same or similar requests, including treatment of similar requests if made for other than religious reasons. Something important to note here is that a religious practice does not have to be compelled by or central to a system of religious belief. If a request is not based on a sincere religious belief or does not substantially burden a soldier, commanders will balance the needs of the soldier against mission accomplishment, not on the RFRA standard. Commanders, it is no mystery that you must be conversant in a myriad of regulations. Your required reading list will likely impair your vision by age 50 if it hasn't already. Thank goodness for the NCOs at your side who perform the monumental task of enforcing standards of excellence in your respective units. So how do you get this done? What is the RA glide path from submission to disposition, from start to finish? The process is different depending on the nature and type of religious accommodation requests. Our video, the focus of this video, is religious accommodation for exemption from the COVID-19 vaccine. Let's walk the dog for a moment for a soldier who declines the vaccine due to a religious conviction. First, your unit arrives for a drill weekend. You scheduled a COVAX clinic for your soldiers to receive the vaccine. You order your soldiers to take the vaccine, but one of your soldiers declines. Second, you counsel the soldier using Annex November or Oscar to Headquarters Department of the Army Executive Order 225-21 Frag 05. Regardless of this, your soldier maintains conviction. Third, per the TAG's guidance, a chaplain will be present at all clinics and is available to conduct an interview with the soldier. On this point, command teams, it is your chaplain's job to partner with you as a trusted advisor on your unit's religious freedoms. It is our responsibility to ensure you have a clear picture of your soldier's religious convictions and the sincerity a soldier has regarding that religion. During the interview process, we also come alongside the soldier and help them complete their responsibility, which is to demonstrate a sincerely held religious belief and to determine whether or not their religious exercise or practice is substantially burdened. After the interview, we will write a memo that summarizes our findings using NGB's guidance and formatting. This will accompany the soldier's RA request form, a soldier's memo, any enclosures containing supporting documentation, and a commander's memo. And by the way, we have templates available should you require one from us. From this point, the chaplain's portion of this process is complete. Your S1 shop will handle the routing of packets up the chain of command to the G1 or J1's office at JFHQ. Fourth, the military-approved medical provider counsels the soldier to ensure that they are making an informed decision regarding the inherent risks associated with abstention. Fifth, you write your commander's memorandum to the next commander in the chain of command with recommendations of approval or disapproval to the General Court Martial convening authority. And in our case, this is the Adjutant General. Sixth, the Office of the Staff Judge Advocate conducts a legal review and drafts an accompanying memo for the TAG. Seventh, the TAG will then recommend approval or disapproval, and the state uploads the completed packet into IPSA through Army National Guard HRH-E to the Surgeon General for adjudication. Eighth, if the Surgeon General approves exemption, it will be documented in MedPros and the matter is settled. If the Surgeon General disapproves, the soldier may elect to appeal to the Assistant Secretary of the Army. Again, if approved, disposition is documented in MedPros and the exemption is granted. If it is disapproved, the ASA will notify you. You will then reissue the previous order to the soldier to be vaccinated. If the soldier refuses, contact the Staff Judge Advocate regarding steps to issue a GOMER, and per the guidance of G1, consider processing for termination of service. Well, without a doubt, these are unprecedented times with complex procedures. The current climate has enormous challenges and are fraught with considerable frustration and conflict. However, as we work together, we can and will complete this mission. The State Chaplain Corps is here to serve you. We believe in you and are dedicated to making this process run as smooth as possible. We hope the foregoing information has been helpful and that you will consider it a reference tool as you navigate the rough seas ahead. We also have supporting documents available upon request to facilitate the RA process. If you have any questions regarding the contents of this video training, please contact your unit chaplain or RAS, or visit us at the State Chaplain's office on the 3rd floor of the Reserve Forces Support Center. Thank you for watching. May God bless you as you discharge your duties with untiring dedication and excellence.